welcome to Shelf of Shame, when we find out which one of us had not seen Westworld until recently. Now this is funny because no one else has seen the film either. But yeah, it's Dan. Well done. what did you think of the film?
I was the only one that had the initiative to watch the original before the series came out. Because people have seen the series, right?
Yeah.
You've seen the series, you've seen the series. I thought I wanted to get some context and watch the original. This is a Michael Crichton film, the novelist.
I believe it's Crichton.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
So.
Right. You learn something every day.
What else is he known for?
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park.
He wrote the book, Jurassic
yeah.
Park. And created ER, TV show.
Huh.
Really?
Yeah, he did.
Thanks.
That makes sense because it's similar to Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
No, I mean Westworld is similar to Jurassic Park because it's all about this allegedly like theme park that's filled with robots and you can live out your fantasies and this isn't mentioned I don't think in the series, but in the film there are actually three worlds. There's Westworld, like Roman world, and then medieval world. So you can choose and you can do whatever you want.
That's cool.
So far in the series it's just Westworld.
I don't think they'll touch on that.
Yeah. But as for the film itself, I was a little bit let down because my mum's seen this for whatever reason, and she said, "Oh, it's really good." And I think in terms of premise and idea, it's incredible. Like it's really unique. But I think he should have stuck to books in terms of direction because technically I think it was weak. And the whole, like, if any of you end up watching it, which I think you should, just to get some context, if you're watching the series, you'll see like the third act is just insane. Like it's this chase sequence, and there's no dialogue for about 30 minutes. It's just one of the visitors getting chased by one of the robots played by Yul Brynner, which I love this poster, by the way. It's really good.
And the tagline's amazing on that.
Yeah.
Well, isn't it?
Boy, have we got a vacation for you.
That's great.
Yeah.
Do the worlds collide? Like Roman world, West world, and the other one, I can't remember exactly what you said.
The medieval world.
Medieval world.
They don't.
That would be
no.
cool.
No.
They're very separate. Yeah, but there's a storyline in medieval world. There's one in medieval world, and maybe one in Roman world as well. But I mean, the A storyline is by one of the protagonists is Josh Brolin's dad.
James Brolin, who was married to Barbara Streisand.
Thank you, Wikipedia.
The whole family.
The whole family.
So I would recommend watching it. To be honest, like,
You wouldn't or would?
I would.
Oh.
I would.
Has everyone seen Itchy and Scratchy Land?
Yeah.
I think that's based on
It
Westworld,
is,
where
it
the
is.
robots start attacking the visitors.
Oh yeah.
It absolutely is.
What does Yul Brynner do in it? Can
He
we talk about Yul Brynner for a bit?
he kicks ass and he takes names.
Yes.
He's really good. It's strange because it's meta referential because Yul Brynner was in a western. What's the name of the Magnificent.
Magnificent Seven.
Yeah, and his character, he's a robot in Westworld, is literally the same as his character in Magnificent Seven,
Yeah.
which I think is a really interesting choice.
I think I talked to you about that before.
Yeah. So he's really good. James Brolin is good. The actual protagonist, though, I don't know who he is. He was alright.
Isn't so in this? He's the man in black type character, isn't he?
He literally is the Man in Black.
But
Yeah.
the man in black in the TV show Westworld is Ed Harris, who's a human.
Yeah.
So they've reversed this.
And so is the TV show part? Does this film exist in the world of the TV show?
No. The TV
it's
show
like
is a TV show, a remake of
Oh
the
right.
film.
Okay.
You know, in the show they delve into kind of what happens like with the creators of like Westworld and that stuff. Does the show kind of, the TV, so the film do that also?
What does it talk about?
You know what I mean? But do you see what happens like
behind
the
the
scenes?
scenes?
Behind the
Creating
scenes?
the
You
robots.
do see behind the scenes as but it doesn't have this kind of Anthony Hopkins character, this kind of the architect like in Matrix. There's nothing like that in the film, really. It's more kind of scientists and kind of people like lazily working on this really risky adventure park, which I guess it's his thing, right? Because Jurassic Park just kind of totally went wrong.
Can I just ask, you and everyone actually, if you have heard of Westworld before the series was announced.
Yeah.
I'd heard of
I'd
it.
heard of it.
I'd
Yeah.
heard of it.
I haven't.
Just never got around to watching it.
No, I haven't watched it. But
I didn't know
definitely
it
knew it.
existed for some reason.
I
Well,
think
it could be just me then. But for me, hype is zero in that.
I think this is actually one of the things that we should be doing is actually rebooting films that were based on a good concept, but were arguably not executed.
Yeah,
that
rather
well.
than remaking a good film,
Yeah.
which already there's no need to remake it because it's already a good film.
So do you smell a remake of the film coming like in the future? Do you think they're gonna do that, or is it
it
gonna be
depends
too
how
much like
successful
with
the
the
TV show.
show?
If
I
the
think
TV
with the
show is
show-
really successful, then they won't.
I mean, I feel like I smell success with a TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna blow up.
It's broken HBO's viewing record, so
Okay.
I suppose
It is very, very
it's a
good
bit
so far.
successful.
I saw a quote somewhere that said "New Game of Thrones."
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
kinda
it'd be
hardcore
Game of
fans,
Thrones record,
right?
which is
Yeah,
why.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right. So what are we giving this in terms of hype? I think like
The film.
40.
40.
Well, I mean, like this film.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, everyone was hyped for the TV show.
I mean, it
That's
would have been a
true,
lot more
yeah.
hyped when it came out because it's Yul
Yeah.
Brynner and it's a western.
Okay, maybe
But now,
I agree with 40.
40.
yeah,
I'm going
like
to
between
45.
40 and 50.
45.
maybe.
I'd have given it 0. I mean, like some of us have like heard about it really, but like you said,
Yeah, I
like,
have no idea.
I hadn't. I think it's kind of
It sounds like a really
fair,
cool
really.
concept.
Yeah,
down
so
to
we'll work out the
40.
average.
Yeah, bring it down to
40.
40 then.
Yeah.
Alright, Dan, and what does it get?
I think 40 is quite harsh. I mean, I seem to be the only one that's seen it and the only one that's like heard about it most. I like the film. The premise is just so good. I'd give it like 59.
That's the point.
That's
That's
still
a
quite
win
low.
for Westworld.
Pretty good.
It's
And
the first one to beat its hype.
Beat the
yeah,
hype. I mean, the bar was quite
that's
low.
positive
anyway,
experience then, right?
It was. I was really intrigued because it was this weird. Because you know some weird films were made around this era. I think this was like in the 80s sometimes. But it had this like B movie, like gritty, like poorly executed aesthetic. So it was kind of fun to watch.
Do you think that's the same with like the first
59.
Mad Max, for example? Like not really
Yeah,
like
it's not-
greatly
yeah,
executed. You
that's
know what I
what
mean?
they
They
do.
just back.
It's in that vein. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
Solid
good.
run.
That's a good example.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch Mad Max later.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.